Hello, everyone. This is the kickoff of the fourth edition of the Food and Climate Shaper Digital Bootcamps. I'm super excited. It was approximately 1 year ago when we kicked off our very first digital bootcamp in the middle of lockdown, thinking about how to utilize the digital change what we all went through. And our prototype was so successful that now we are here running the fourth edition. And I'm very excited to show you the agenda, what we will go through today. For our public audience, you will be with us for the first half of the session. You will hear a lot of inspiring people who are part of the Future Food family and supporting the bootcamp from the very beginning. And then afterwards, if you don't mind, we will switch off the live stream because I don't think the housekeeping rules and administrative things are too interesting for the wider audience, but much more interesting for those 30 participants who are here with us today and will start their transformational journey tomorrow, or basically today, with us over the 4 weeks. So now, without me taking too much time, I would like to hand over to Sara Roversi, the founder of the Future Food Institute, who is dialing in directly from Rome, from the FAO Green Garden. And she also has an amazing person accompanying her there, Cristina Petracchi, the head of FAO e-Learning Academy. So without them, these bootcamp series would not be possible. So let me hand over to Sara and Cristina.
Ciao everybody. Ciao Giulia, thank you so much. I'm very excited because today we decided to start this journey from a very magical place that has been just opened like few weeks ago. This is the FAO G20 Green Garden. And we are very excited because this year our country is going to host several important global gatherings where I strongly believe that youth and activists and food makers and farmers and chefs, all the people involved in food need to raise their voice. We are going to host in the next week ahead the Pre-Food System Summit here in this garden, but also the different meetings that are going to follow the G20 Summit and the COP26, the pre-COP26 in September. So this is a garden that FAO decided to dedicate to the G20 summit, where actually there are all the archaeological ruins from the Roman Empire, but also a huge amount of biodiversities. And here you see all the SDGs and the tons of activities for kids and families to discover everything related to sustainability. But I'm very happy because today we also have a very special friend, because I decided to invite also Cristina Petracchi. Cristina Petracchi, she is the leader of the FAO e-Learning Academy. And if we're here, it's thanks to her and the incredible programs that she is running. And so here we are, Cristina, the fourth edition, and many more also in presence are going to happen this summer. We are very excited because we have been seeing this movement growing, and Facebook reminded me a few weeks ago that the journey of the Future Food Institute started exactly 8 years ago inside a G20 summit. I was in Skolkovo in Russia, inside one of the most incredible innovation space in the world, where they are studying everything about aerospace and nuclear and other things related to energy, very geeky stuff. And over there, during the G20, I was surrounded by young entrepreneurs from all around the world. And for the first time, I started really getting exposed to which were the big challenges the world was facing. Before that, I was just a food entrepreneur. I was just producing food, selling food, but actually I didn't have this focus on understanding which was my impact on doing what I was doing. And so 8 years ago was before the SDGs were announced, before the Paris Agreement, before any other things. Let's say 2015 has been the big year for, let's say, the starting point for this big movement that has been pushing all of us to raise our awareness about the topics we are talking about today. And in my journey, I had the chance to meet up Cristina Petracchi. And with Cristina, from when we met the first time, we started joining forces. Cristina, what do you say to our new batch of climate shapers?
Well, first of all, thank you very much, Sarah, for this fantastic introduction. I actually am the one extremely grateful to have met you on my path. And I would like to welcome you all. And I'm glad we have you all with us in this journey. I have to say that if I have to describe the Climate Shaper bootcamps, there are three magic words to describe them. And I would like to go through them with you. The first one is multidisciplinary competences. And I think that, as you know, to be able to face the challenges we all have, and in order to see the transformation we want to see towards sustainability, it is important to have a critical mind, first of all, to build our own perceptions, our own aspirations, our own beliefs, our own values. And for that, you need multidisciplinary competences. And this is exactly what we try to do with the digital, with the boot camps, and also with the digital version. It's important for the professionals that we want to see to also have not only technical skills, but also interpersonal skills, the ability to negotiate, the ability to listen actively, the ability to communicate. These are all part of being a professional, and a professional who wants to see a change. So I would say that multidisciplinary skills are crucial. The possibility to be able to analyze things in a systemic way, the possibility to integrate different thematic areas from different domains and different topics. And this is a competence on its own. So I would say that this is exactly the objective of our bootcamps. The second keyword I would say is collaboration. First of all, we cannot only ourselves have all the skills we want to have. I mean, we really need to rely on each other. We need to be able to share, to learn from each other. And this is exactly what we try to do with the bootcamps. We are trying to create a network of professionals who have the same outlook, who have the same aspirations, and who could rely on each other. And this is exactly what we're trying to do with all the bootcamps participants, to keep this network growing and to keep this network growing. The third word, I would say, the third keyword is innovation. And I have to say that not only in the format, in the methodology, in the process, we try to be innovative, because our diversity here is the source of innovation. We try to diversify the different participants from different backgrounds, different professional backgrounds, cultural backgrounds, different nationalities, different generations, and this is a source of innovation. And diversity is one of the strengths of these camps. So with these three key words, I leave you, and I wish you an excellent and extremely successful journey.
Thank you so much, Cristina. And I'm very excited because for every bootcamp for us has been an opportunity also for us for growing, meeting incredible people, and building more bridges and connecting the world even more. So I really invite you to try to be open, try to be brave, to interact, to raise your hand, to speak, to connect with your communities. What we have been trying to do was not only to, of course, take advantage of the digital tool to be connected with everyone in the world, but overall to bring you inside gardens, inside parks, inside farms, inside a fish farm or in a kitchen. Because of course, this year has been terrible for all of us. We have been disconnected, and I don't know, I cannot spend more time in front of my computer, probably you also, but we want to at least find a positive side in all of that and expand all the incredible best practices, looking for dormant resources. And through the bootcamp and the digital bootcamp, we also found out that we were surrounded by incredible local heroes. So I really invite you to listen to Giulia, because she's going to be the one, the mentor who will guide you. So thank you so much, Giulia, for the incredible work you're doing. Listen to Giulia and to get exposed to the incredible people that are going to be part of this journey. I thank Giulia, of course, because she's a little bit with me, the mom of this program since day one, since the first prototype. She's been the one building and trying and testing and iterating and trying to make it every time better. But also Loren, Ruba, Diane, Francesca, Alessio, and all the team, and Sonia Massari, the director of our Future Food Academy. And I have to thank this incredible team, because just a few weeks ago, we won a huge prize. We didn't expect that, of course. We were nominee in the final, the finals of the Go Abroad prize for the most innovative program of the year for studies abroad. Wow, there were like 12,000 programs on this platform. And at the end, one night, I get a call at 3 a.m. in the night, and Giulia told me, "Oh, Sara, we won!" So we were super happy. I have to thank all of you, all the people and all the teammates, all the supporters, the partners, the incredible people that are joining this program. And of course, FAO and all the scientists that are sharing this journey with us, the people that also Christina is involving, and then Dole and Google, Farm Tech Society, migrants, and all the friends that are joining our journey. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Connect. And I want to say a big hi also to our friends from the SDG2 Advocacy Hub and the great chefs that are going to teach us many things about food and sustainability. Ciao, 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 and see you soon. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Sara. Thank you, Christina. Enjoy your sunny day in Rome. I hope it's not too hot and you can bear it at least in the shadow. And now we are going further, and let me introduce you to the next two speakers, who you will hear short introduction and some inspirations to let you on your journey from. The first one will be Chris from Migrants, who has been following our journey from the very beginning. And some of our participants actually are attending the bootcamp through his organization. And he will be followed by our very own Chiara Cecchini and some of the team members from our innovation team. So without any further ado, let me hand over to Chris.
Hi, people. My name is Chris. It's a pleasure for me to be here, and I'm really excited. And honestly, I only have a few minutes because I have to continue the meetings and to finish the week. But a couple things. First of all, I met Sara and her husband 5 years ago. And at that time, I had a crazy business idea. And I just wanted to use the digital and to use the data to somehow identify talents among migrants and support migrants to find the best career placement available on the market. And 4 years later and a half, we can say, Sara is one of my first investors with other 2 business angels. And it's also true that we raised €1 million in the last 3 years from 3 investment funds. It's also true that we have more than 130,000 active users on our platform. It's also true that somehow this is a for-profit company, so somehow we do monetize, and we're trying to generate not just a direct impact, but also something more powerful. 5 years ago, Migrants was just a dream. Today, Migrants, it's an enterprise with 14 people working with us, with several, let's say, business clients, also partners. And everything started because someone trusted not just the idea, but also our ability to make it happen. And this person right here, it's Sara. So connection is really important. It's really powerful. But the ability that we people have to turn ideas in something concrete, it's, according to me, the most powerful thing that we have as a resources. So what I wish to you is to be, as I am today, the right person, do it right, the right thing at the right time, at the right place. So if you're here, it's probably because you dream to become climate shapers. And yeah, I wish you to do everything that you can to use this experience and to do everything you can to connect the most as possible with all the teammates to better make this happen and to become change makers in your journey, and not just generate some benefit for you, but especially for the whole world. So good luck and enjoy this journey.
Thank you, Chris. Very nice to have you here, and we know that you need to run, so thanks for sparing these few minutes with us, and maybe see you on another occasion during the bootcamp. All right, so let me welcome Chiara on our digital stage. Chiara, are you with us?
Hello, yes. Hello, everyone. Yes, I want to definitely follow up on what Chris was saying. I also have a few slides if you have time. But to start, yeah, welcome to all of you. I'm the CEO of Future Food Americas, which is the American branch of Future Food Institute. So you'll see me around. I'm also part of the mentors group. So please ping me if you want to get a slot with me. I would love to chat and to get to know you more. My story definitely starts in a very similar way. I was a student of the first food innovation program that the Institute organized in 2015. And this led me to start my own company and then close that company and then move to San Francisco and open the branch, the American branch of FFI. What we do there is more on the innovation side. And so we work with companies, with big and medium corporations to actually deliver impact also in the industry, which I think is something very important. So you will hear a few classes and lectures from some of my colleagues. You'll meet Sarah, Xavi for sure. You'll meet a bunch of others. I think they will explain more about our methodology and what we do. But just in a nutshell, I think it's what we find being very important is if you want to revolutionize and help the food system, not to forget about big companies that are feeding a lot of us every single day. And so we're trying to just like do step by step a little journey with them. And we use a methodology that starts from design thinking. So it's very much user-centric focus, but also adds a part which is more around the planet. So we call it prosperity thinking, and you will know more about that. And the core of it is just like not to forget about the planet every time we design a solution, because we need to achieve the sustainable development goals that Sarah was talking about. And to do that, also the industry needs to take action to do that. So we do a bunch of projects with companies that go from taking leftover of the beer. This was a project that we did where you have the pulp of spent grain, and we helped out the company to convert it to flour and then basically place the flour in different production in order to basically improve circularity in what they're doing. We are working with a few food service operators like Sodexo and Compass to help them to reframe their menus and talk about climate beneficial food and sustainable eating without scaring people away. So how do we actually invite people and we make sustainable eating even more engaging and involving and attractive to people? And a bunch of other products and services that we design with the same focus. So yeah, I think that's a great stage right now and a great space for you to be. As Chris said, we all started from here, and then we took our own journey and we started doing great things. So I'm sure they will be the same for you, and us and our team will be here to support as we can. So welcome on board.
Thank you, Chiara. And as you mentioned, yes, we have a pool of mentors, including you and other Future Food members as well, who are happy to connect with you along the way, if not in a classroom, then in another setting, but we will learn more about this over the next few minutes. So I would like to thank all of our speakers to be with us today, and I will jump right back on the presentation and tell you a bit more about Future Food and how the bootcamps actually were born in 2019, and what exactly the next 4 weeks, what will happen and what is waiting for you, and what kind of activities will you go through with us. So my name is Giulia Dalmadi. I have been meeting some of you already during the interview process. I am also a graduate of the Food Innovation Master Program. I graduated in 2018. And since then, I have been busy activating our alumni network and working on the community programs at Future Food, including the Food and Climate Shaper bootcamps. And all of our activities, including your program, including our organizational structure, and all of the activities have 3 pillars, which is knowledge, where you can see the Future Food Academy, what you will be, this is your entry point to this network, to this ecosystem. We do have research initiatives around different topics like water, nutrition, and many more. And as you can see through these activities, we are automatically building a huge community, a huge ecosystem, which is a global network, what you will also see in a map version later to see very exactly this, this ecosystem existing. And while throughout the past year, obviously we had to connect on a digital format, and right now we only have the chance to connect through a screen, but we do have also physical spaces called living labs. The first one is in Bologna, but we also have another one in the US in New York, and then another one in Tokyo, Japan. These are physical places where communities can meet and get connected to the food system, get connected to all those food and climate shapers who are working in the space. And in the Bologna hub, we also have our food alchemist team, who is based in that very nice basement, because that's perfect for some of the fungus and different things to grow. So the final part is obviously research and development and innovation, what Chiara was talking about, where we are working together with different industry partners or different actors in the value chain and trying to co-design a more sustainable future, which is obviously good for us and also good for the planet. We are very happy to give you more information about this, but that's kind of an overview we wanted to share, just that you understand what exactly is the Future Food ecosystem and network, what you are joining right now. Now, Sarah mentioned multiple times that we have a lot of partnerships, and that's very important. If you look at SDG 17, that's also about partnerships and how together we can reach those 17 goals what the United Nations kindly designed for us. And these sustainability development goals you will get very, very familiar with if you are not yet over the next 4 weeks. The very first FAO e-learning course, what you must have read about in your participant kit, what you already received, is actually about them and how they are also connected to our food system. So how were the bootcamps born in 2019? We all know that there are so many valuable educational programs all over the world who are touching certain parts of our food system. What we were missing is that drive to action, that maker approach. How can you basically utilize the knowledge what you learn in traditional in-class educational programs, and how can you become active shapers of our food future? So the boot camps aim to equip you with tools and experiences what will develop knowledge, skills, and competencies to actually strengthen this food system. In 2019, the FAO e-learning academy and Future Food decided to design these programs together. In the same year, they had 3 in-person boot camps in New York, Iceland, and in Tokyo around the different climate shaper topics and tracks, what you also saw on our website. And well, guess what? We actually planned 9 different locations for 2020, but we all know what happened. And this is how the digital version was born. And on one hand, yes, of course, it would have been nice to have those immersive learning in those communities. But through the digital bootcamp, we have a very inclusive program where you have a global classroom of this time 30 people. Last batch, we had 50 people. So you are actually connecting to different communities on a different way. And with the diversity, what we can bring together in this classroom is actually adding to the program, which also is kind of giving us some surprises, because during the selection process, we kind of understand, besides the content what we deliver or we design with our experts and speakers and mentors, what kind of additional information will come to the program through you and through the assignments, what you will do over the next 4 weeks. So what are those 4 tracks, what we are talking about? Climate smart farms, oceans, cities, and kitchens. These are very different yet interconnected areas where food has a very crucial role. And at the beginning, we also asked everyone which track would be interesting for you. And you can really see that some of you applied for those where you already feel comfortable and you just want to deepen your knowledge. And some of you were like, oh my God, I really want to learn about oceans more because I didn't have the chance yet. It was not part of my job. Now, the good news is that we realized that depending on the speaker who will be your expert on your journey, the learnings and the knowledge what they deliver might be interesting for all of you, because you might see someone who was a researcher and will show you how they applied their theoretical knowledge in life, how did they implement it in a certain community and how it turned into action. And obviously these are learnings, disregarding which track they are connected to, what will be useful for all of you. So the good news that over the 4 weeks, you will have access to all of the materials and even more, but we will get to that during our housekeeping session. Now that the world is slowly but surely reopening, we also would like to return to in-person experiences as well. So exactly that's why we will have 2 in-person boot camps in Italy this year. The first one will be in Marettimo in Sicily in mid-July, and the second one in our new headquarter, if I can say, in south of Italy in Pollica, and this bootcamp will take place and will heavily focus on the Mediterranean diet in September. So what are the ingredients what we need for the next 4 weeks to cook together this amazing experience? Well, connection. You heard this word already multiple times during the speeches and presentations. It is not easy not to sit in the same physical space, but you will have all the tools to be able to connect with each other. You already got access to your chat rooms, and please feel free to write to each other. Feel free to connect even outside the classroom. And obviously our classes won't only be presentations and Q&A. So we did design some sessions for you where you will be able to already get to know each other and work together on certain things. Not even talking or mentioning the final challenge-based learning, the hackathon, where you will have a team who you will spend pretty much time over the past 2 weeks, and especially the final weekend of the bootcamp. And that's where you will understand that distance and borders are definitely not stopping you from making a change in our food system. So please be curious and show your courage that you want to take action in your own communities. And yeah, let's do this right together. Very important are the values. You all are familiar with these values, what we believe are crucial for helping you into becoming climate shapers. You have been asked to kind of assess yourself. How do you feel? How open or impactful you are right now? And we will make sure, if you were not too sure that this is your forte at the moment, that over the next 4 weeks, we will try to nudge you or give you different tips and tricks and tools, how you can improve these values and be unique. And don't be afraid to be unique, because on this way, you can bring that extra diversity to the conversation. You can bring your own perspective to the conversation. And this is very important. The program is about openness. We are interested in all of your opinions. So please don't be shy. We want to hear your voice and we want to hear your questions. By asking questions, you might even learn more than what is just prepared for you. The learning experiences designed by Future Food always have 3 phases. So that applies for the master program I, Chiara, and other alumni attended, or the summer courses, and in this case, the bootcamp as well. So you will have a phase of inspiration. This inspiration is put together by our master classes, the pre-recorded videos, also the live sessions, what you will have with experts, and many, many mentoring sessions and other activities, what you will follow throughout the 4 weeks. The aspiration is where we will give you those tools, what I mentioned, because despite the digital nature of our course, I like to actually call it hybrid, because we will ask you to become active in your own communities already from week 2. So let's see, how can you take action? How can you connect with your ecosystem? You will maybe identify people around you. We didn't even know that they're already working towards the same goals or trying to solve the same problems that what you are trying to do. And finally, action. So action is where you will focus on one specific challenge we will provide you with, and we will ask you to research, to understand that problem space better, reframe this problem statement, and find a solution what might be implementable in the near future, and take action on a way that we can build more equitable and accessible food systems as well. So the core topics, besides the 4 tracks I mentioned, obviously we'll cover a lot of points, from food production through the environmental impact of certain elements of the food system. How can we nourish people? How can we provide access to nutritious food for all? And also how different eating lifestyles changed over the past years. What are the actual trends in the food industry? What can also shape the results and how we are eating, how we are buying our food, how are we making any food choices? And obviously about awareness, because we hear a lot about education, but how else can we make our fellows, our community, our family, or those who might be only connected to the food system through food or through consumption, how can we make them aware that even their decisions have an impact on our future? So this being said, I think I would like to introduce you the team who will be with you along this journey and with who we prepared. Some of us you already met. Francesca, most of you met Francesca throughout the interview process. Xavi will be with you on multiple sessions and delivering you about content about prosperity thinking, ecosystemic thinking. Sonia is the director of Future Food Academy, and she will be also with you for one class. And you can also find these amazing people in the mentor catalog later. So you will be able to organize one-on-one sessions with them. And I also would like to highlight Lauren, Gian, and Ruba, my amazing team. Without them, all of the information what you received so far would have not reached you, and they will be with you along this journey to basically guide you how you can make the best out of this experience. And feel free to ask them. They have a hands-on experience because they also attended the digital bootcamp last 1 year ago, so they went through a very similar path. So utilize these connections what we already provide you. Then the partners. So we mentioned that it takes a lot of people to get together to create all of these amazing experiences and sessions. So with FAO together, we are partnering with different organizations who are either financially or with their knowledge or with different support somehow contribute to the success of this program. And you will also meet them throughout different activities along the 4 weeks. Now, here we go with our map. And this is your cohort. So you can already see the geographical diversity of your class. This diversity is not only geographies and cultures, it's also in generations and also in disciplines, because you have very different profiles joining this cohort. And this is the map of the network of all of the climate shapers who attended the bootcamp since 2019. So you are joining an almost 200 member alumni network, and you will be able to tap into this pool of individuals. And I recommend you to check out the Instagram live sessions where we already interviewed some of them, so you can see their journey and what are they doing right now since they graduated from the program. And some of them will be more actively engaged over the next few weeks with you. They are your local hosts. So they are part of the network and they want to help you and guide you over the next week. So you will see them in different activities like global discoveries, when they will organize a special session and introduce someone from their community, or they will be with you during the hackathon and be your mentors or coaches, and so on. So please feel free to reach out to them, because they are here to make your experience smoother. And this is the point, I think, when I would like to thank our live audience to stay with us this time. If you found the presentations and everything interesting, please visit the website of futurefood.academy, check out the next dates. The next cohort of the digital bootcamp will start on the 5th of November. And now I would like to stop sharing and continue with our cohort and tell them how the next 4 weeks will go. Thank you so much. Francesca?
Thank you. Thank you.